Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. Today, we're watching Torchwood, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. How's it going?
I'm very tired.
Yeah, as usual. We've been up to quite a bit, actually, since we last recorded.
Yeah.
We went to your graduation ceremony.
Uh-huh.
Which was really nice. Got to see you in a cap and gown.
Yeah.
You paid £40 for some photographs.
Yeah. We went to the food, glorious food. Where is love?
Lovely.
Consider yourself at home.
We're getting a megabix, are we?
Consider yourself part of the family. I do anything for you, dear. Anything for you mean everything to me. Boy for sale. He's going cheap. Only 7 guineas.
So if you didn't get from that, we went to see Oliver.
It was very good.
It was fantastic. It was my Christmas present to you, wasn't it?
It was.
And it was, yeah, very, very, very good.
So good I want to see it again.
Yeah. Well, we won't be able to afford those nice seats again.
No.
And also on the same day, in the afternoon, I went to see Titanic with Yanto, friend of the pod. Yeah, and that was very fun. I wasn't sure what to expect with that, but it was like basically a hilarious like spoof of Titanic, the film, with someone playing Celine Dion getting involved in it all. Yeah, and it was very gay.
Far,
Oh my God, Ben.
wherever you are.
Pitch.
There's other songs in it.
Yeah, it was. I think it was loads of Celine Dion discography, and I'm not familiar with any of her other songs. But anyway, it was great fun. Very gay, very much for the gays. And there was someone special in attendance. A few rows in front of us was RuPaul and Michelle Visage.
Just to clarify, I did not go.
No, you didn't. You were invited.
I didn't want to go.
You chose not to go. But yeah, we saw RuPaul and Michelle Visage, which was hilarious.
And you said RuPaul was just trying to get to a seat and Michelle Visage was just like waving.
Yeah, RuPaul was all like dressed casual, like, you know, in disguise almost. Like had a beanie hat on and a really like frumpy coat. Like not how you'd expect him to dress.
Mm.
And yeah, incognito, that's a good phrase. And then Michelle Visage is like walking along next to him and she's looking at the row behind her going, hi to people.
But they're all going, oh, look.
Yeah. And then we had another celebrity encounter in the Oliver. We were sat a few rows behind James Corden, who was there with his kids, I believe. And I saw him coming, like, as I was talking to Ben, I said, oh, Ben, look. And Ben looked, he was like, what? You didn't recognise him, did you? I was like, it's James Corden.
He was wearing massive glasses.
Yeah. What, so he's like Clark Kent?
Yeah.
When he's got glasses on, you don't recognise him.
Yeah. Then they were massive.
Yeah. You said you want a pair of glasses like that.
I would actually.
Like chunky black frames. Very chic. Have we done anything else interesting since the last recording?
I've read a book.
You have read a book.
It's called Becoming Ted by Matt Cain. Stephen brought it for me a couple of Christmases ago. And I just got up to reading it. And
you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it. My review is that I'm probably going to give it 4.25 stars.
Out of 5.
Out of 5 stars. Because there were some language issues I did not like.
Like what?
Every second thing one of this characters said was ace. Ace, that's ace. That's great. Oh my God, that's ace.
Okay.
I'm like, you can have catchphrase, but not that much.
But you really liked it. You read it quite quickly, didn't you?
I did, about a week.
Yeah.
I read it about 450 pages, about a week. And Lavoie worded it.
Oh, Lavoie gave a quote.
Lavoie.
To the back.
Yeah. A person who should have won RuPaul Drag Race Season 6. The most joyful, heartwarming, and a beautiful book ever. ... Paraphrase. Everyone will relate to Ted. Yes, they will. Ted is an amazing character. Yeah, I've got my reading mojo back, which is good.
You do. I'm reading a new book.
You are.
I'm much slower than you.
You are much slower than me.
It's my attention span. I just can't. And I'm so tired when I go to bed. But yeah, I'm reading a book that you bought for me,
Yes.
which is Jacqueline Wilson's new book, which is her first adult book.
Yeah.
And basically, it's like a sequel to the Bad Girls books from...
The 2000s?
Yeah, which were children's books.
Like middle...
Yeah.
Not middle-aged, young adult. They were her young adult books.
I used to love Jacqueline Wilson. I read all...
That's why I brought it for you.
Yeah, I used to read loads of her books as a child. I never actually read the Bad Girls ones, but I don't think it matters. So,
but didn't you say that she self-promoted her book?
She referenced her own book within the book. So these characters have now all grown up, and the main character was like, she's called her daughter Lottie, and the girl was like, "Where did I get my name Lottie from?" And she was like, "Oh, back when I was a child, I read this book about a girl who did a project on a girl called Lottie from the Victorian era." And I'm like, she's referencing her own book, The Lottie Project.
Did you read that one?
No, but I vaguely remember it being a thing. So, yeah.
She writes quite a lot of historical stuff now.
So Jacqueline Wilson's books exist within the Jacqueline Wilson universe. The Jacqueline Wilson cinematic universe. Literary universe.
Can you just picture Tracy Beaker picking up Think Again?
Oh, yeah. But she's done grown-up Tracy Beaker books, hasn't she?
No.
My Mum, Tracy Beaker.
Yeah, but it's still a children's book.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's an adult book, but the character has grown up.
Yeah, and so then there's another character that she's introducing for a new audience.
So that's interesting. I know this might be controversial, but I don't think she's actually a brilliant writer in some ways. I think her dialogue is very clunky.
But also, saying that, I think what makes her really good for children is that she's quite easy to read.
She is, yeah.
It's not very taxing on the brain, and as a child you need that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm enjoying it right now, because after Wicked, which was quite dense, this is quite easy to read.
Yeah. I find it hard when I finish a book I enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I kind of miss the characters.
When I finish a book that I really, really, really loved, and it leaves me feeling all heartwarmed, I close the book and sometimes I just hug the book.
Aw, you get a book hug.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good book. I would recommend it. I would actually recommend all things Matt Smith has written.
Matt Smith?
Matt Cain has written.
Yes.
So yeah, give it a go.
Well, there we go. We're turning slowly into a book podcast. Anyway, what we're really here for today is that we've started the final season of Torchwood, Miracle Day.
I can tell why it's the final series. It's a pile of shit, that's what it is.
Well, that might be part of it. The other part of it is sad because it's to do with Russell T Davies' partner getting cancer, and he basically stopped working so he could look after him.
Oh.
But
personally,
anywho,
I'm not really enjoying it.
No, I can understand that. A lot of people hate it and say it killed the show.
Yes, I can see that. I feel, if you're going to ask me what my gut reaction is for the first 2 episodes, I feel like America.
Yeah.
They haven't protected what makes it special.
Mm.
Because these characters just feel like caricatures.
Thing is, Russell was still at the helm, and I believe
it doesn't feel like that, though.
No, I believe he created the characters, like the new characters.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that. Mm. They just feel like, and also like the cinematography, it feels very American.
Oh, it does. It feels definitely like the kind of program that my parents used to like to watch, like
a crime show.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 For me, it just doesn't. No, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work, and it's a bit of. I think it's going to be a bit of a slog to get through.
Okay.
Like with most Torchwood, especially like series. What was one I just watched?
Series 3, Children of Earth.
Yeah, that one. Yes, it was a slow start, but bam, I wanted to watch. Bam, 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 and we did. We watched.
Yeah.
It quick.
Yeah.
Because it was very good. This does not have that feel.
No, I think the most common criticism of this is that
doesn't need to be 10 episodes.
No, it's very drawn out.
Yeah.
It could have been like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got some notes, so let's go through. The first thing I wanted to talk about was
how unlikable Rex is.
No, we'll come on to him. Oswald Danes, because he's. I know.
I don't think this is needed.
You don't think this plot line is needed?
No.
I understand where you're coming from.
I get it. For me, what it felt like is that he wanted a shock reaction at the beginning of the TV. He wanted to grab your attention, like, okay, this person is supposed to die. He's done a horrible thing. Like that's what Russell's very good at. He's very good at creating thought-provoking drama. Yeah, yeah. But I just personally, this is a plot line we don't need. Like let's advance the main plot before we add in a third plot line. So that just feels like a separate show.
Okay, right, yeah. You know when he got interviewed and then he broke down and was saying,
don't
sorry.
believe him.
Do you believe him?
No.
Or do you think he's...
No.
Do you think he's trying to cultivate some media...
He is a very smart man.
Comeback.
He's a smart man and he knows what he's doing and he knew the law.
Yeah.
But I really thought that an alien was going to burst out of him or he was going to shit an alien out when he was like convulsing on the thing.
Oh, right at the beginning, yeah. Thing is, this whole premise of nobody dies, what I do love about this is, and what Torchwood is good at, is a crazy concept like that, and then actually examining how would that actually work in reality? Like, what impact would that have on things?
That was the good bit. That I will say, that was the good bit of it, where like they basically said, okay, so we're going to run out of food within 6 months, or what is it? We are going to run out of space. We're going to be doing all this because, like, the reason why the population grows is because less people die than are born.
Yeah.
But saying that, there are birth declines all over the planet at the moment.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Because, you know, at the beginning of the second episode, and then you will get this for the rest of the episodes, there's this, like, world population, and you see the number going up.
Yeah.
It was going up and up and up at the beginning of this one, but when this was made, it was lower than it is today.
Yeah, we're on 8 billion.
We've surpassed that now, yeah.
We've surpassed 8 billion people.
Yeah.
And we are struggling to feed everyone.
Yeah. By the way, this is completely off topic, but I just remembered my friend texted me yesterday and said that someone at the theatre reminded him of me. I was like, why? Apparently they turned like a 2-second story into like a 5-hour story. I was like, oh my God, that's so me. That's so me.
Do you know what?
Do
you know what to fill the time? Do you know what fills the time?
What?
You tell a tiny small portion of the story, and you go because I feel like you're trying to think of all the details that you need to tell me beforehand. No.
I edit all those
If a child
out.
sneezed in your face, I don't need to sneeze. No. They walked in, they burst in, they giggled, they laughed. They twirled around and then they snotted all over your face. How you felt, I felt disgusted. And then the teacher came in and was like, blah, 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 blah. And then they sneezed at you again and they twirled and they laughed and they danced and they twirled and they danced and they laughed.
Okay, I think...
I forgot some ums in there.
Yeah. Don't be so mean. I cut all the ums out of the podcast, or most of them anyway.
No, your stories are long.
Yes, I know they are, and I hate myself for it. But
they are very long.
I think it's an autistic thing. It must be, because I have to tell every little detail because it feels relevant to me, even though it might not be. Sometimes
I just want to shout at you and say, get to the point!
Yeah, what do you mean sometimes you want to? You do sometimes.
Don't shout.
I'm driving you home and I'm like, oh, I haven't finished my story. And you're like, what's a fucking long-winded story?
It is a fucking long-winded story. Like, literally, our journey from my work to home is about 20 minutes on a good day. Literally, one story took up 3/4 of the time.
Well, I'm so sorry. I won't tell you anything about my day ever again.
No, you can. Just speed it up.
Yeah. Maybe I wrote Miracle Day, that's why it's so long-winded.
Maybe you did.
Anywho, so Oswald is played by Bill Pullman.
Yes, I know who he is.
Oh, you know who he is?
Yes.
What have you seen him in?
While You Were Sleeping.
What's that?
It's a TV... it might be straight to TV, it might not have been.
Okay.
But it's with Cassandra Bullock.
All right.
It's a Christmas film.
I know him from Casper.
Oh, yeah, Casper,
He was the dad.
I don't like Casper.
No, you don't. I do. I quite like it. But do you know what? Watching this, do you know who he really reminds me of?
No.
Makes me want to be sick. Trump. There's something about the way he talks, and he's like, he sounds like Trump, and I'm like, my God.
They probably come from the same area.
Maybe, but yeah, like I'm thinking like he would make a good Trump in a movie. Like,
I personally...
Unfortunately, we don't need a movie because we live in it at the moment, but yeah.
I personally just don't think... When he was doing that crying scene, I was like...
You don't believe him?
No, it didn't feel real.
Yeah, because when the PR girl was like, take my card. Jilly Kitzinger.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, looks like I'm doing fine without you. So like, it looks like he's got a media plan that he wants to do.
Yeah, he knows he needs money, and he knows that the media has money. He knows that if he is repentant...
Because he's not going to get a normal job.
Because when he knew he was going to die, he said some horrific things like...
she should have run faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrific.
Yeah. But can I just say, like, obviously, well, I speak for myself. I'm anti-death penalty, and I'm assuming you are as well.
Yes.
So it's interesting from that point of view, in that like this is, you know, someone who was about to be executed, and then due to this, what's the miracle that's happened? He can't be. Yeah, I just think it's interesting.
Yeah.
So other new characters, we've got Rex Matheson, who you said is unlikable.
First episode, he's really unlikable.
Yeah, I
the
agree.
First half of this episode is very unlikable.
I agree, he is unlikable.
And then when he realises, shit, I've been turfed out now. He realises that, no, the side that he was on is no longer his side.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
And, like, so then he just twists.
Yeah. But he's a
neck.
real, like, straight man, like, thinks
he's like a...
Billy Big Bollocks.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to forgive him a little bit because he's had a pole through his chest. He's in pain. Like, he should have died.
But he's getting stronger.
Does he say that?
No.
Or you just
the way
feel
he's
like
acting
yeah.
is, like, he's moving about much faster. He doesn't need a wheelchair. So, are these people healing?
They're not healing. Maybe he's just getting used to the pain.
How do you know they're not healing?
Because they've said...
If you're ill, you stay ill.
Yeah, they've said that... yeah, I'm pretty sure they did say that.
Right, so let's talk about antibiotics.
Yeah, and skin cells are still dying.
Turning over. So if they're turning over, if
Yeah.
the skin cells are still turning over, then that's healing. There
Oh,
should
okay.
be healing.
Yeah, that's true.
There are certain things that you won't come back from, like being exploded.
So that exploded body, the head was just connected by a few little things.
Yeah.
That's a horrific scene, but it's incredibly cool.
I think this is far too gory for what Torchwood should be.
Okay. This is what it is, though. And, like, when the doctor was, like, going to cut the head off, and Vera was like, you can't do that, which obviously she's right. You can't.
No, he's dead.
But he's not.
He is dead.
But he's not. That's the whole point,
No,
then.
They are the living dead.
But the whole point is that they're not dead.
But they're living dead.
Yeah, so if it's still a living person, you can't...
So the thing is, though...
A doctor can't just cut someone's head off for an experiment. But this
It's
is the
a
whole thing.
living dead.
This is the whole thing. Our whole framework of ethics and the law goes out the window when this changes. I was thinking this watching it today. It's like, death is such a fundamental part of life that when you take that away, like...
Lynn couldn't even talk.
Oh yeah, she had her head twisted round.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that bit. That was so weird. When she was just staggering along with her head back to front.
And then she collapsed.
Yeah.
Like, they are living dead. He's when they disconnect his windpipe, he's no longer breathing. Surely.
He's not breathing, but he's still conscious.
His blood not pumping.
He's conscious, though.
But that's the thing. Like, if you have no bodily functions,
Yeah.
you're dead. Living dead.
But how can you be conscious without death?
Vampires!
Oh.
Like vampiric
Or like,
virus.
or like Owen, when he got brought back.
Yes.
He was dead, but he was alive.
Alive,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, they are dead, but they're alive.
Yeah.
They are a new subcategory of humans.
Hold on to that thought.
The living dead.
Hold on to that thought. So we've also got Esther. Esther Drummond.
What pointless wet blanket.
No, I like her. I like her a lot.
Hope she gets a bit of a spine.
Okay.
I love when Gwen says, I'm not British, I'm Welsh.
Yeah,
And she
along
whacks
those
around
lines.
the
Yeah,
one.
it's an iconic line. But yeah, can I just say about Esther Drummond? You won't remember this, but the house in Blink was called Wester Drumlins. And it sounds like that name was echoing around in Russell T Davies' head. And he went, Wester Drumlins, Esther Drummond. Let's call her Esther Drummond. And also, is it just me or does she look a little bit like Carey Mulligan?
I don't know who that is.
Carey Mulligan, who played Sally in Blink.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. God, you've got a short memory for things like this.
No, I like picturing people.
Okay.
Like, I'm very good at names and very good at, like, places and dates and all that. But, like...
Picturing faces.
Picturing faces is not my thing.
So Gwen and Reese, picking up from where we left off with them, they have had their baby Anwen. It looks like they've moved to the Welsh coast, like really like out of the way.
They're growing their own veg.
Yeah.
She's telling us stories about what she saw.
Yeah.
The sparkling lady who came down from the sky.
Yeah. It's very, it's like that classic trope of like, oh, those days are behind me. You know, I'm trying to live a normal life now.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's a film with Gina Davis in it. She was a spy and then she gets her mind wiped and then she's like, goes and lives a normal life, has a child, and then, like, her child gets kidnapped and then, like, suddenly her life starts to revert back to where it was.
Oh.
What is it called? Long kiss goodnight.
Okay, cool. So Jack
What about Jack?
is back,
Ugh,
and he hurt himself, and he's not healing.
no.
So,
He's the opposite.
so we think he has become mortal.
He's had the antidote to his virus. I think the world's going to go apocalyptical.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see the downturn of Earth
yeah.
in this series. And
Yeah.
Jack's got to fall in love again.
Jack's got to fall in love again.
Or are we going to have lesbians?
Maybe.
Esther Drummond and Vera, they were once upon a time members of the Lipstick Lounge.
What's the Lipstick Lounge?
It's a song that I found the other day. The
Oh.
Lipstick Lounge. It says, I met my best friend at the Lipstick Lounge.
Cool. Yeah, they got tracked down there, Gwen and Reese, with the big helicopter when she shot it with a bazooka.
But who's trying to do it? Who's trying to track them down?
Well,
Certainly not the British.
Well, you don't know yet, but they're saying that someone is connecting.
The man from Jurassic Park,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
is totally behind it. He is some kind of like pawn in this game.
Okay.
And he's like, he says remove, basically saying kill Jack.
So he's Friedkin. He's like high up in the CIA, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why deposit 50k into people's bank and then you're going to kill her?
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Why deposit 100k into his bank and then
Yeah, what is
you
that supposed to
can't
mean?
kill them?
What is that supposed to mean? I don't get that.
They're being wiped, I guess.
But why put that money in their account?
Start again?
No, because they're going to be killed, aren't they? Yeah, he was in the Jurassic Park, but he was also in Toy Story 2.
Yeah, no one cares about Toy
He's the
Story.
chicken man.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
I thought he was the farmer man, farmer doll man.
No, that's Kelsey Grammer.
Oh. They said, you are going to stay in that box.
Yeah.
I love that when he like paints over the foot.
Yeah, it's the best Toy Story film. Is Toy
What
Story 2.
I fucking hate though is if you look at nowadays, if you go and find a Toy Story toy, Bonnie on the foot.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh no.
we're old.
Yeah. Justice for Andy.
I think they're bringing out another Toy Story film.
They are, yeah. They get progressively less good.
Well,
Oh my god, I want to watch those again.
I can't, unfortunately,
Why?
because the graphics of the first one makes me cringe.
But the second one's good. Watch the second one with me. The second one is the best. Anywho, this is not a Toy Story podcast. Jack was banging on about morphic fields.
Yeah.
And that was quite interesting, saying the idea that thousands of years ago, a group of monkeys learned how to use a rock as a tool.
Yeah.
And then at exactly the same time, monkeys on the other side of the world learned how to do that as well. Like it's connected.
But thing is, though, there is actually like theories that advancements in technology actually went around the world west to east. So technology it started, and then as it came back round to the start, those who have already been hit by the technological advances. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like I swear that someone said like what I watched was that's the reason why like the Aztecs and like the Mayans like died out is because they were on the opposite end of the advances
Oh,
as it went across the world,
okay. I don't really
because they
understand
were
that.
still believing in. Think about it like this way, like so Rome were creating roads and buildings out of stone. We were still living in pig shit huts.
Yeah,
So and then that went round.
right.
That technological advance like went around the world.
Yeah.
See what I mean? No, you don't.
No, I get that bit, but I don't understand why that means the Aztecs died out.
Because they're still using knives or flint weapons when people are coming over with swords.
Oh, I see.
If you're a historian or a archaeologist and know more than that than me, and I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. I'm used to it. I live with a know-it-all.
You do not.
Yes, I do.
I think you're more of a know-it-all than me sometimes.
No, I'm not. You are the know-it-all.
Anyway, tell me what you thought about Jilly Kitzinger.
Got to admire her, girl. She's out to make a buck.
Yeah. She's, her coat says it all to me. Bright red, isn't it? With her lipstick.
Yeah. I actually don't... Something fishy about her.
Yeah.
I think she's been let go.
You think?
Yeah.
She's a bit desperate.
Because I think these pharmaceutical people are like, oh, we don't need you anymore because people are not dying, so we don't need you anymore. We don't need medical reps.
I think she's a great character. I don't know who the actress is, but I think she does a good job. And also Dr. Juarez is a good character. She's very capable.
Oh, she's a very strong character. I really like her.
Yeah.
She's not in it enough for me.
No.
I feel like out of all the American introductions, she's probably the most likeable.
Yes. I liked that scene where they were all rushing around like headless chickens and she stopped them and she was like, no, we're going about this the wrong way. Like, people aren't dying, so the serious injuries are not serious anymore. We've got to deal with the minor ones and get them out quickly so we've got space.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
What would you do if tomorrow that's what happened to the world?
Oh, God, it would be awful. It would be, yeah. It is apocalyptic. Like, and that whole thing about where they were asking on the news about, is the suicide rate going to go up or down? And does suicide even exist anymore?
Yeah.
It's very interesting because we all, you know, we all think about death and like, it's not a very comfortable thing to think about for most of us.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us are afraid of it, but
the thing is, though, we're only afraid of it because of the media and like our exposure to it is not what it should be.
We tend to think of death as a negative thing, you know, but like this program is showing, like, take it away and it fucks everything up. Like, it's an essential part of life.
Like, people are holding on to their money.
Yeah.
People are like not, so it is messing everything up.
Yeah.
But now we've got like a makeshift Torchwood to save the day.
Oh, yeah, like, so is it similar to Children of Earth where they were sort of on the run and a bit like makeshift, like you say?
So they're now using Esther Drummond.
Yeah.
Oh my word. After this, they're going to set up an American Torchwood.
Do you think?
Yeah, but he's dead though.
Who's dead?
When it all fixes itself, or everyone who's died is going to just drop. I think.
Well, you wait and see. You don't know yet.
And if you damage, like, okay, let me put it this way. You're not immortal. Well, you are immortal, but if you damage things and prepare,
yeah, like
you won't be able to, so like let's take for example, vocal cords.
Yeah.
Well, she can't talk anymore because her vocal cords have been snapped.
But it's how do you define life versus death?
Like, death
because
is you're worm food.
Yeah, in hospitals like today, I think we've talked about this on the podcast before, but like, don't they define it as when your heart stops beating or your brain stops having any
electrical pulse? Yeah,
any activity.
No, well, if your brain has no activity, then that's your brain dead.
Yeah.
If your heart is stopped, they're dead.
Yeah. So, but what was shown in this was that man was no longer connected to his heart.
He couldn't think, he couldn't talk, he couldn't communicate, he couldn't move.
But he was looking at them.
He was looking at them, but doesn't mean he could talk, move, and do stuff.
So do you believe he was dead? Or alive?
In all sense of the word, yeah.
But do you think he was conscious?
I don't know. Because, like, what happens if you melt his brain?
Well, yeah, exactly. Where is consciousness stored? It's in the electrical impulses in the brain, isn't it?
Yeah. And, like, he wasn't moving any of his body. He was slightly raising his chest because he was breathing.
Yeah. But it's very creepy.
But the thing is that for me, it feels like the bodies are on autopilot. They don't know when to stop. Yeah. But yeah, Jack, I don't see Jack going back to
his normal immortality.
No. And I don't
see. Go on.
It would be very interesting if actually they're stuck in time somehow. Like, so it's not a virus at all. It is like they are almost living in their bodies are living in loops.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like frozen,
but slowly moving through time. So the days are moving, but they are actually moving. The planet is moving slowly through time, or the spin of the Earth is like, I don't know. The
thing with Jack, like, I question
because this question makes me question that if he's a fixed time point.
That's exactly what I was going to say. How can he be made mortal? Because he must be alive. It's in the laws of the time of the universe that Rose put there.
Yeah.
He cannot die.
So someone is more powerful than Rose.
So how can he be made mortal?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah, but it's very long-winded and drawn out. We'll probably find out on episode 9, 5 minutes towards the end, and then they won't bring it back up for episode 10. And
okay. But yeah, that's the first 2 episodes. We're 20% through the series. I'm not going to make you rate them like we do with Doctor Who.
No, please don't, because these are shit.
Maybe once you've watched the whole thing, you can rate the story.
For me, Children of Earth is
The
up
peak.
there.
It's not just peak Torchwood, it's peak Hooniverse, I think, for me. Children of Earth.
And like I think they need to learn from it. Like that structure of like one story structured over 5 episodes, was it?
It worked
was
very
very
well.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to talk about one major thing that you've learnt this week.
What?
One of your favourite all-time TV shows is getting a reboot.
Oh, Buffy.
Well, it's getting a pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is involved.
And she's going to be a mum.
How'd you know?
I think her and Xander are going to have babies.
Oh, God, no. I don't know how many of the sort of previous characters they're going to include in it.
Spike has got to make an appearance.
But the problem is he's a vampire and the actor has aged. So how can they do that?
Witch curse?
Oh.
2 seconds! 2 seconds! And I solved the problem!
Okay.
He sucked the blood of a witch that withered him.
Okay.
Oh my god!
That's a really good idea.
You're not very creative sometimes.
No, I'm just saying I was looking on Twitter at people's responses to it coming back, and everyone there was saying, oh, how can they bring Spike and Angel back because they've aged? And I was just going along with that. But yeah, you're right. That is a good idea. I hope Angel wouldn't come back though, because David Boreanaz is a bit of a twat.
Was he?
Yeah. He's a Trump supporter.
Is he?
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, that should be exciting. Kind of hesitant with all these things. Like, are they, A, is it going to actually happen? And B, are they going to do it well?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Anywho,
before we finish, I wanted to read an email, or an edited version of an email, because it's quite a long email, that comes from our newest patron, Lucy. Lucy says, hey, Stephen and Ben, I hope you're both going well. I'm just emailing to let you know how much I've loved your podcast, and I haven't even caught up on all the episodes. I have to say it was a bit tough getting through season 2, where, Ben, you were very unhappy with it, but some of those are in my favourite episodes, each to their own, of course. I enjoy your tangents, Ben, and your theories on the stories. I always laugh when you've basically picked a plot point that's still to come. Stephen, your passion as a fan is so relatable, and I enjoy hearing your experiences of the forums and all the fan theories and speculations in the 2000s. I have to tell you both, your Maria impressions were hilarious. I was driving when I was listening and took a big gulp of water just as that bit started, and was laughing so hard I almost spat the water all over the car.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. Ben, I just have to add one more thing for yours or Stephen's sake. That bloody Dalek from season 1 does not come back.
It does!
It does not!
It does!
You know it doesn't. You're just doing this for a bit. For a comedy bit.
No.
It does not come back,
It
Ben.
does come back. Okay, Stephen Moffat told me it does.
Really?
Yes.
He rang you up, did he?
In a dream.
Oh, he came to you in a dream.
He did.
Hello,
It's
Ben.
going to come back.
Was he clothed in this dream?
Yes.
Anyway, Lucy finishes off. Thanks both. Sorry for the long email. Appreciate you both and the time you put into the pod for us fans. Best wishes, Lucy. Thank you so much, Lucy. I love your enthusiasm, and the fact that you spat water out while you were laughing at us is just...
She said almost.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. And thank you for your support on Patreon as well. Which brings us neatly on to... Patreon, shout-outs. Patreon, shout-outs. Lovely. Thank you as ever to our wonderful, wonderful patrons. We're so grateful for your support. And if you'd like to join them, you would be joining the incredible ranks of Louisa.
Beep, beep, beep.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Philip.
Beep.
Northerly. Jason.
Beep, beep, beep.
Tom.
Beep, beep.
Louis.
Beep, beep, beep.
Michael.
Beep, beep.
Verna.
Beep, beep.
Heather.
Beep, beep.
Benny.
Beep, beep, beep.
Caleb.
Beep, beep.
Monica.
Beep, beep.
Amber.
Beep, beep.
Jess.
Beep, beep.
Kaylee.
Beep, beep.
Jay.
Beep, beep.
Owen.
Beep, beep.
Natalie.
Beep,
Imogen.
beep. Beep,
Sarah.
beep.
Aaron.
Beep,
Jake.
beep.
Janie.
Beep, 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 beep.
Elijah.
Beep,
Scott.
beep, beep.
Tony.
Beep, beep, beep.
Nat.
Beep, beep.
Leah.
Beep, beep.
Lewis. And Lucy.
Boop, 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 boop.
You are our wonderful patrons and we love you.
We love you.
Thank you to everyone for listening. And also, this is a reminder to keep it in your diaries for Saturday, the 22nd of March, 2025, at 7 p.m. UK time, when we are doing something very exciting. We're doing our very first live About Time episode. We will be rewatching Rose, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of it and our 100th episode. So follow us on social media to keep up to date with how you can get involved with that. That's going to be really fun. We'll be back next time to discuss the next 2 episodes of Miracle Day. But until then,
stay cool, stay safe,
stay fantastic. Beep, 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 beep.